Hi, this is the Change and Grow Wellness Show, the show for you, the busy professional who wants to live a healthier, happier life with increased energy and productivity. And I'm Jackie Grant, and I'm your host. And today we are talking all about CBD oil and the benefits of it and what the latest research is. And we've got Dr. Vanta. Have I said that right? Bree,
Yes,
brilliant.
perfect. Yes.
Who is going to take us through that today. So, welcome, Bree.
Thank you so much for having me, Jackie. I really love your work too. And actually, since we're talking today about CBD oil, I can say that it works very well if you exercise. Actually, it works better. So that's a really nice combination.
Brilliant.
So, yes. So a little bit about me. I
Yeah.
spent the last 20 years of my life either studying, researching, practicing, and teaching medicine in a form or another. So I'm talking about conventional and natural medicine combined.
Mm.
And I've been in Canada for the last over 15 years, and I'm practicing exclusively natural medicine. And I'm involved in medical research. So I really like this combination when you see a herb that had been used for thousands of years that is now backed up by research studies, and it's fascinating, and I love it. And I don't know what is the status of medical cannabis in UK, but here and in many countries is approved. Actually, it's legal medical cannabis for recreational purposes as well. So
Mm.
we're talking today about CBD oil that doesn't have the THC in,
THC.
right? So you won't get high unless you take too much. We're going to talk about that too, because
Mm.
there are some safety issues if you overdo it. So, tell me, what would you like to know?
So, start off with like just telling us the compounds of this CBD, or I know you've said that it's not got THC in it, but
Yes.
like what's the compound so that people actually know what it's all
Well,
about.
different products will have different things. So, for example, you can have, if you buy a CBD product, you can have a full spectrum that contains CBD and other active ingredients in the plant.
Mm.
Mostly it's coming from hemp, right? So
Mm.
the CBD products are derived from hemp because they have very low THC, right? That that psychoactive ingredient that
Yeah.
you feel high.
Mm.
Um, you can have also CBD from medical cannabis, but in this case, the THC percentage is going to be higher, like
Mm.
20%. So it's most of the CBD products are from hemp, so they will have a number of active ingredients because a plant has hundreds of them. If you
Mm.
choose the full spectrum, you're going to have all those other plant chemicals, and they usually work in synergy. And I love this combination because plants are very smart and they created a lot of chemicals to protect
Mm.
themselves from environment. So they work in synergy. So I prefer this full spectrum. However, you have another option to choose CBD isolates. Think about whey products, right, for
Yeah.
fitness. So you have the whole whey product, or you have the isolate, and the same thing it happens with CBD oil as well.
Mm.
So you have these two options, and I choose the full spectrum. And of course, what's important is not all products are created equally. So you have to look at quality, you have to look at purity to be pure, to be third party tested, to make
Mm.
sure it doesn't have contaminants, heavy metals, pesticides. So go with organic, okay? Go with organic, certified organic CBD oil that had been tested, and preferably local. So if it's growing locally, I would choose that product first, because during transportation you may some of those ingredients uh, may become inactive.
Okay. Brilliant. And how, I mean, I know that like you can get them in pill form. What other forms can you get it?
Oh, you can get it
Spray?
in tincture if you want the quickest form and super concentrated. Go with the tincture, and
Yeah.
usually it takes about 15 minutes to get the to fill it.
Mm,
You can have oils, for example. Oils and creams are great if you have a joint pain because you can apply locally right where is the problem. So you
yeah.
can do that. You can have CBD patches. The form that I do not recommend is the electronic cigarette because there are a lot
Okay.
of issues now with that.
Yeah.
So they had been linked, especially the one that are with tobacco, they had been linked with new onset of seizures. People
Okay.
die. We've seen this in the
Right.
news. So I
Okay.
do not recommend the e-cigarettes.
Okay.
But
Brilliant.
take it natural. So CBD oil or tincture are really good choices or patches. So as natural as possible. Go that way. Think that way.
Okay. That's great. And so what are the benefits of really,
Oh
using
my
CBD?
God, there
I'm
are so
sure you're going to
many.
say quite a lot.
There are so many. So first of all, hemp and marijuana, they have been used for thousands of years. So we have records since over 5,000 years in ancient China, in Egypt, Greeks, Romans, all over in Europe, all over in Middle East. Pretty much everywhere we have records that they have been used by physicians during those times. And
Mm,
interestingly, the reason why they're using it, for example, for pain, for inflammation, as an antibiotic, to improve mood and sleep, all these
mm.
benefits, we are seeing them confirmed in research studies. So
Okay.
they were right for so long.
Yeah.
Yes. So the number one reason, the most researched, it would be seizures. So CBD oils works very well for seizures, especially for seizures that do not respond to medication. There are studies
Okay.
done for seizures in children, um, also in dogs. I've seen some studies. I was looking for CBD oil for my sister dog who's got seizures. So even in dogs, we have
Oh,
a
wow.
couple of researchers. Yes. So seizure would be number one, the most research. Number two would be anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Okay, we have more studies on anxiety than on depression, but
Mm,
it works for both. So, for example, social anxiety, if you have troubles with public speaking, okay, if somebody's gonna try first time to have a talk like we have and is
yeah.
anxious, CBD oil would be a perfect supplement to try, right?
Right.
So they're testing now CBD for OCD, talking about anxiety, and for post-traumatic stress disorder.
Ah,
So it works. It really it influences those areas of the brain that are responsible for anxiety and fear. So this is how it works. And because it has this anti-anxiety potential effects, you can also see better sleep. So people are taking CBD oil and they feel that they sleep better. And this is partially because it's reducing anxiety,
ah, that's
right?
great.
So it works for sleep too. Now, when it comes to depression, okay, there are many people who have depression, and I'm
Mm,
not sure about the statistics in UK, but I know in the States there are over 100 Americans who die each and every day from suicide.
right.
Okay,
Hmm.
and you can reduce the risk of depression and suicide if you um, take supplements. So, for example, CBD oil has some serious potential as an antidepressant because
Mm,
it works on multiple brain chemicals that are deficient in depression. So, for
okay.
example, if you take a prescription antidepressant drug, it's going to target, for example, serotonin or dopamine.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so CBD also works on multiple neurotransmitters.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
we don't have a lot of studies on it, but so far from what we have, it's got serious potential to help manage depression. Okay, so this is really cool because it can save lives, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We need, and if you combine with exercise to what you're doing, like exercise is a great antidepressant. So if you
Yeah.
combine a few things, right, like CBD, exercise, yoga, meditation, clean food, if you combine these lifestyle changes, you can get a really strong antidepressant, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, yes. And especially high intensity interval training. I love it. I love it. I
No,
love
it's
it.
the best. It is the best.
Especially when combined with resistance training, yeah, and CBD oil. You can try
Exactly.
CBD oil as well to add more benefits. So we talk about anxiety, we talk about depression, we talk about seizures, talking about saving lives. This is relatively new to conventional medicine, but ancient physicians knew for a long time. It's a very strong antibiotic. Okay, so CBD oil, nobody talks about it, but it's got some serious potential to treat superbugs that are resistant
Okay.
to prescription antibiotics. That's another thing. Millions of people or hundreds of thousands are getting sick every year from these infections that are hard to treat. And what researchers found is that CBD oil has the potential to treat those bacteria. So we might see in the future a combination of antibiotic plus CBD to
Okay.
manage those infections. It's quite possible. So yes, that's another reason why it had been used in ancient China and Greece as an antibiotic. So we see now the research that confirms these benefits.
So, have you seen any research around? Because I know, like, it helps with pain. Have
Oh,
you seen any?
definitely. That was
With,
going to be next. Yes, go ahead.
yeah, with fibromyalgia. People.
Absolutely. So that's a very good point. Thanks for pointing out fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia, IBS, and migraines. Um, let's see why it works from the beginning. So we have we have a natural system called endocannabinoid system, or ECS. And this is critical to our life. We cannot survive without it. It's involved in pain, inflammation, is very much connected with your immune system, with the nervous system, with the hormones. It regulates the mood and appetite and major processes that happen in your body. And THC and CBD have a huge impact on the system. And since you're talking about fibromyalgia, what scientists found are the three top diseases that are associated with a malfunction, a deficiency of the system are fibromyalgia, IBS, and migraines. And that's
Okay.
why when you stimulate this system that we naturally have in our body with CBD or medical cannabis, you're going to get a positive response. Okay,
Okay.
so this ECS, this system, plays a key role in how we in pain and inflammation, and that's why CBD oil works so well, because it influences the system, and in turn we get a better response to pain.
Okay.
That's a big problem in fibromyalgia and IBS, and also in
Yes.
migraines. The perception of pain, you have lower tolerance to pain. You're more sensitive to pain. So definitely I see a lot of benefits for that. So we see there are some studies for pain, CBD as a painkiller. And yes, there are studies to support it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if
Brilliant.
it is specific for fibromyalgia, but if you put these two together, so in fibromyalgia, the ECS is deficient and CBD modulates this cannabinoid system that we have in the body. If you put these studies together, yes, you'll get benefits.
Great. That's brilliant.
Yes.
So we've got all these benefits. What are the side effects?
Okay, we're gonna first of all, like anything else, do not overdo it. Okay,
Yeah.
even if you drink too much water, even water is safe, right? But if you drink too much, you can die from it. Okay,
Yeah.
so the same thing applies with herbal medicine. Just because it's natural doesn't mean it's safe. Okay,
Mm.
you have to use it in recommended by a healthcare professional.
Mm.
I'm not sure how it's in UK, but here we have the cannabis clinics and medical
Right.
clinics specialized. So the
Oh
best thing
wow.
to do, do you have that or no?
Oh
Oh,
no.
okay. So you have to do more research at home. Sorry, guys. We have, we have. Hold on, my
Oh.
phone is. Yeah, I
That's
was hoping.
good.
I was planning to use the laptop, but it didn't work. So the best thing to do is to do a lot of research and see the best product for you if you don't have a doctor. But maybe do you have naturopaths there or
Yes.
functional medicine
So
experts?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, some of them do research, have a special interest in CBD oil, so they could be a really good person to talk with.
Mm.
So, yes, CBD. So you have to look, and they can recommend you a good, high quality brand as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this would be my what I want to say. So first of all, don't overdo it. Okay, there's some research pointing out that if you use a lot, like really high, a lot higher than recommended doses, you can actually get more anxiety, and you can
Okay.
actually make THC more potent. So if you smoke, let's say, cannabis along with CBD oil, you may get THC stronger, the effects of
Yeah.
THC. So don't overdo it. Start with low doses, see how you respond. For
Mm.
example, if you take CBD tincture, you should see the results in about 15 minutes. You should feel like more relaxed. You should feel it. If you take CBD oil, if you apply on the skin, you can do it a few times a day and see how it feels. So number
Mm.
one rule is don't overdo it. Start
Mm.
slow and go gradually until you feel um, the benefits of it. Also, it can interact if you take prescription medication, talking about safety.
Mm.
um, Many it can interact with medication. Many medication are using certain liver enzymes to be broken down, and CBD oil can affect those liver enzymes. So it is important to talk to a doctor, but here is the catch: you need a doctor who understands also how CBD oil works,
Works. Yeah.
because usually in the standard medical textbooks you don't see much
Yeah.
about. And
Mm.
that's why I'm fortunate, because I understand both words, medical and the conventional medicine and natural medicine. So I look at the prescription medication that they take. And if they,
Mm.
they have a lot of medication, I usually recommend it to take it, to apply it on the skin rather than
Mm.
take it in a capsule form.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant. Great.
Yes.
So, Bree, tell us about a client that you've used CBD oil with and that you've seen some great results.
Well, my client was with multiple sclerosis. I have a special interest in multiple sclerosis,
Mm.
and that's the reason why I became interested in CBD oil and cannabis, because medical cannabis, because I've seen a lot of research on this topic. So you can see improvements in pain and stiffness,
Mm.
okay, and also overall the mood. Now, there are other factors that influence how you feel and how you respond to CBD, and this would be the genetic factors.
Mm.
So, if you run a genetic test, you can see if you're a poor responder or a moderate responder to
Right.
it. So, talking about the benefits that I've seen in this case of multiple sclerosis, less pain and less stiffness, which are huge, yeah, are two very common problems. Uh,
Yeah.
in MS. So it works for that too. And talking about that, the benefits of CBD oil, it works. There is some potential to help treat brain degeneration, so MS, Parkinson, Alzheimer's. Okay,
Okay.
mostly in animal studies, but the results look really good. So we get positive responses and benefits.
So is that like if you've already been diagnosed, and how like so if you've already been far ahead with Alzheimer's, you know, how have they done it with rats in terms of like so yeah, I'm just trying to work out how if they've done studies with rats, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
rats got Alzheimer's because I'm quite interested in Alzheimer's disease,
Okay.
and then they've found that it's reduced, you know, their brains got better, or what's actually manifested?
What do you mean? So we have animal models of multiple sclerosis. Okay, so
Okay,
it's MS. MS-like disease is induced in those animals, and
right,
it's called EAAE. Okay, so that's the animal model of MS. So what we do, we study, first of all, you have to study for safety and to see if it works and if it's safe, right? So that's why we use animal subjects. So
sure,
first is used in animals, and they notice, like you can tell if an animal is in pain or no, or if it's moving the muscle, if they're more stiff or less stiff, right?
right, right,
And talking about MS, there is prescription, a cannabis-based prescription medication, which is also available in UK, is
mm,
Sativex. That one contains almost equal, like the ratio, it's almost 1:1 THC to CBD. And that one has got a lot of research behind that drug. It's approved
okay,
in quite a few countries. And that's a good example. You don't get high from that, and you have THC to CBD 1:1 rate. Okay, so this tells you that it's safe to use even in combination with THC.
okay, brilliant.
Do you want to know more benefits?
So, well, I was kind of like because you said that it helps with Alzheimer's
Yeah,
disease. I kind of wanted
brain
to know,
degeneration.
you know, in terms of how they've what changes they've seen with people, because obviously that's got it's getting quite prevalent, that disease. So, you know,
That's so true. Yes. Yes.
how is CBD or helping, you know, in terms of medically, how would it help?
Okay, so we have to look first what's happening in Alzheimer. Okay, so the brain cells degenerate and they start to
Mm,
malfunction, and you have those plaques, and you have a lot of inflammation before that,
mm,
right? And you have brain cells that literally die because it's the brain is aging faster. Let's put it this way. So it's an
right.
accelerated aging when we talk about brain degeneration. And CBD oil, when I was looking at the benefits for anxiety and depression, actually CBD oil helps create more connections between the brain cells. So
Okay.
neuroplasticity
That's
and
really
neurogenesis, and even for the formation of new brain cells. There is some evidence for that. So
okay.
it basically helps repair the brain, is cutting down the inflammation. This is a
Mm,
huge problem. It's an underlying problem for pretty much all diseases, including Alzheimer's.
mm.
So it's cutting down the inflammation and also has a huge impact on the immune system. And if we look at the brain from that perspective, most brain cells are immune cells, are not neurons. Did you know
Okay.
that?
No, I didn't know
Yes. Yes,
that.
so we have neurons and we have supporting cells, glial cells, and these cells belong to the immune system. So our
Mm,
brain is full of immune cells. So when you use CBD oil that has a big impact on the immune system and modulates the immune system, you're going to get a positive response.
brilliant. That's great. That's great.
That's a brilliant herb. I agree with it. I totally agree with it. Um,
so,
Anti-cancer qualities. It might have some anti-cancer qualities, and we might in the future cancer drugs given along with CBD.
Yeah.
This is early research. We still need a lot more to confirm this, but it's got some serious potential. Okay,
Yeah, because I saw
especially
some with
yeah, go ahead.
chemotherapy,
Yeah,
reducing like the nausea and vomiting. I saw that was
yeah.
with some of the research.
Yes, CBD oil can help with it. And also if you have problems because let's say when we're talking about advanced stages of cancer, people lose appetite and they have a
Yeah.
lot of nausea. And the nausea is from cancer itself and also from chemo drugs, you're right. And CBD oil can help to manage that nausea.
Which
Yes,
would be amazing because it tends to be the nausea and the vomiting that people can't continue to function and go to work and stuff like that, even though they have their therapy. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Obviously they need to rest a bit more after having that, but it would help people's experience of
yes.
actually having the chemotherapy.
Yeah, and even Sativex, we're talking about Sativex, that the cannabis-based prescription drug. That one is used for side effects of the chemo as well. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yes.
So that's
Very good
great, Bree.
point.
So that's great,
And
Bree. Have you got any final words for our audience today?
well, make informed choices. So there are a lot of information about CBD oil. Use trusted resources like a medical clinic, a cannabis clinic that you find online, or a healthcare professional that understands this topic. Okay, and the product is also very important. It can make a difference. Some of them are filled with artificial flavors. You don't want that. You want the pure one. You want the one that it works. Okay. And yes, you have to read and educate yourself because we still don't know we don't have too much awareness about it, right?
Yeah, for
And we
sure.
need more research. What I was telling you about today, yes, we have research, but we need more to confirm. But so far, it's got a lot of potential.
Brilliant.
It's very
Great.
exciting.
Great.
And
So Bree,
add some of your workouts and you're gonna get more benefits. Sleep well, eat well, do some yoga, manage your stress, and you're going to see a lot more benefits from CBD than if you just take it alone.
yes, sure,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah. So
Because
not taking
exercise is also influencing your endocannabinoid system. Okay, so and have some chocolate too, ladies and gentlemen, because that one has no, I'm serious. It's got an impact on the ECS.
Brilliant. That's great. I'm sure everyone liked to hear that part. so,
Yes.
so Bree, have you got any freebies or anything on your website that you want to offer our audience?
Yes, since my biggest interest is brain health, I have a quiz where you can see how well is your brain working because
Oh,
my
good.
goal is to supercharge your brain naturally using natural therapies and supplements. So I have that. I can send you the link or
Yeah,
your listeners can get it if they subscribe to my blog, drvanta.com, or they can get it from you. I'm going to send the link. Okay?
brilliant.
Either
That's
or,
great.
it's a quiz and with a few tips that you can start using them today to feel better and improve your brain health.
Great. Thank you, Bree. So we've heard all about cannabis, CBD oil,
Yeah. So
and a bit
yeah,
about
CBD.
cannabis.
You can get CBD. You're right, from hemp, and
Yeah,
it's got low THC, or from marijuana. Yeah. So either or,
yeah.
it was true.
So we've talked all about that tonight, and it's been amazing. Dr. Vanta has told us all about the benefits of CBD, or the research around it at the moment, that we really need some more, and that the
I
different.
forgot.
You've forgotten. Oh, we're going back.
For ladies, skincare it is really helps repair and rejuvenate your skin. So there are studies on acne and psoriasis, but
Oh, I
overall
saw
it can
that.
improve the skin. Yes.
Okay, brilliant. That's great. So
Yes.
we've just heard that as well. So make sure that you find it from a reputable place, or a therapist that is really focusing on that, and has done some research, and really that's what they're working on, right? So make sure that it's organic, it's good, all the things that Bree has told us tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so thank you, and I
Thank
will
you.
be back. And thank you, Bree, for being on
Thank you
with
so
me.
much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.